Hi, Laura. It says here I'm just going to answer your question. So with the video, I've reviewed the 8-minute video, including this new, but I'm still looking for clarification on whether this new task is expected prior to lesson two. Yes, it is. It's not a new task. It was just the original signed task. It just seems that folks sort of forgot about the bottom part of lesson one because those are the asynchronous activities that have to be done. So that's the one that needs to be done. I mean, if it's done after, it's fine, but Notebook LM is probably one of the most important tools that you will learn in the course. And then it's my understanding when reading the lesson two outline on the weekend that this would be the content we learned during the class tutorial. And this is the asynchronous work to be completed the week following class. I'm not sure where you got that information. Lesson one, and it could be my fault, probably is, but lesson one is by itself, and then underneath it, it says asynchronous activities. Lesson two is by itself, and then underneath is the asynchronous activities for lesson two. So lesson one's asynchronous activities have to be completed before um, week two. Now, again, I don't know what your schedule is or whatever, but that is if it's later, it's fine. It's not the end of the world, but it does need to be completed. Also, would it be possible to review the expectations for the personal uh, uh, um, AI assignment, Gen AI assignments? Now, there are not due dates because, just as you suggested, some people pick something really, really hard, and some people pick a couple of easy ones. And so you're going to pick at least two projects that need to be completed. In terms of a recommendation, and when you finish one, just tell me I finished it, and I'll take a look and say, oh, okay, that's great. Um, you want to keep steady progress each week. Is there a recommendation for the total hours spent on multiple projects? Um, usually it's probably 2 hours minimum per week on the project. I would so you can sort of determine. Hopefully, it's something you want to do, so you're not counting the minutes. And you could choose two short ones for sure in small activities. But then you probably wouldn't have spent that much time on it, maybe 2 or 3 hours. So it makes it harder for you to make a case that you've put a lot of time into it. These our courses typically run. There's the asynchronous, the Gen A activity, which is meant to be about an hour, and then the other ones, the personal project is probably 2 to 3 hours per week. You're supposed to put some serious time into that. Um, and so in total hours per week, you have 12 weeks, 3 hours per week. That's 36 hours. You can spend it any way you want. That seems that would be a rough. Um, and then are there additional expectations if students work in pairs? Uh, Not necessarily, but obviously it's going to have to represent um, a fair bit of work, right? So if it's a 6-hour project, then both you're putting in 3 hours. Okay, so that should be done fairly quickly, right? Um, so the idea in going in pairs isn't to reduce your workload. It's just because it's whatever you're doing is a better thing to do in pairs. And so that the combination of the two of you should be what did I say? It's 12, yeah, 12 times 3 is 30, so it should be 72 hours basically. I hope that makes sense.